Let's play a game tonight. You can be Little Red Riding Hood, and I'll be the big bad wolf. You are listening to the Masculine Mindset Show, a podcast for introverts to get more confidence, more importantly, more self-worth, and of course, get more fit. Women are a side benefit. More importantly, I turn nice guys into bad motherfuckers. Let's get into the content. You fucking legend. This podcast is sponsored by my book, 77 Ways to Develop a Masculine Mindset. Not Brain FM. Okay? Now, I am going to give you 10 ways to trigger involuntary polarity. You get me? Okay. So, some of you might be wondering, what do you mean by involuntary, Adam? I'm going to tell you guys something. When you are highly attracted to very feminine women, I want you to just not fight that part of you that is denying your attraction to the feminine woman, you guys. Okay? Big teaser there to what I have in my book. I say never allow your desire for the feminine to be depolarized. Okay? So, I want to really start out my podcast with that. Now, I want to get this going right now, you guys. This is something that I've been wanting to record a podcast on for quite some time. Okay? So, you might hear me holding some papers in the background, right? Because I took notes on this, you guys. I took notes on this. So, first one here. Okay? First one. Your masculine purpose is number one, okay? Your masculine purpose is number fucking one. So, I want to really bring this into your ear, you guys, that women have got to be secondary, okay? You know, I wrote an article called General Friend Zone Guide to 21 Ways to Stay Out for Good. And in that article, I say, the best way for you to get out of the friend zone is for you to develop a masculine mindset. And in that section of that article, you guys, I say very clearly, the highest form of a masculine mentality is the fact that you prioritize basically your purpose, and she is secondary. She's willing to join you and hitch along the wagon with you, right? And if she's down with it and she loves the way you are, how passionate you are about your purpose, even better, you guys. But if she's not on board with your purpose, then I suggest you next her, okay? I suggest you next her. Now, why should you next her? It's very simple, you guys. If she doesn't like your purpose, then it's not going to work. I want to make that very clear, you guys. If you are with a woman and she doesn't see eye to eye on how purpose driven you are to make your goals a reality, and she's not on board with it, guys, there is no point in guys, here's how I see it. A woman becomes a liability if she does not basically support you on your purpose. Okay? You need that support. You need that support, you guys. Without that support, then it's not worth it. Why? How is she worth it, you guys? If you're with someone right now and you're listening to my podcast, and you have these hobbies, or like you started doing, I don't know, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and she says, oh, don't go to class, it makes me nervous because you're getting tapped out a million times and you're breaking your fucking foot, for example. Guys, I wouldn't stay with women like that, because that shows how much she's not even supporting you and what you like to do. Do you get me? Okay, so that's the first one here. Your masculine purpose is number 1. Okay? So, that's the first one. Second one, you guys, is physicality. All right? Physicality. So, let's really address this. This is your masculine polarity trait right here. This is a polarity trait, okay? Move her in mid-conversation, so you lead her and move her. Make sense? Lead her and move her. All right? Basically, when you sense that she wants you to pick her up and move her, then you fucking go for it. And when you can sense that she wants you to kiss her too, you fucking kiss her. But if she's not in the mood for that, then you respect that, you guys. Okay? I want to tell you guys something. Even though I have a lot of steamy podcasts, I want to make myself very clear to all of you. Never turn a no into a yes. Okay? If a woman says no, no means no, you guys. No means no. You don't fucking do shit that she basically says, oh, hey, I don't want to get in that mood right now. You fucking respect her. If anything, you steal the frame and you claim it your own. Okay, I'll get to that in a different podcast. But the point to that, you guys, is no means no. Fucking respect women when they say no. All right, so that's kind of the caveat to physicality, isn't it? Okay, you don't want to be forceful. Never be forceful with women, you guys. Never. But when it comes to escalation, you guys, you know I always talk about the escalation. When you escalate on her physically, you remember that you have to build up the tension before escalating, okay? You build up the tension before escalating, okay? Then when you finally escalate, you give it to her in the hottest way possible. You give it to her in the hottest way possible. You build it up, and you take it away, right? Build it up, take it away. When she wants it the most, you fucking execute. That is physicality well done, all right? Another point to this tip, you guys, is go right to the limit of physical comfort for her, and then when you release and you take it away, you want her basically craving you more. Okay? Does that make sense? You go right to the limit, right to that limit of physical comfort for her, right? You want to make sure that you calibrate to her comfort, and then you take it away. Leave her wanting more. All right, so we got 2 done. We're going on strong, you guys. Third one is self-amusement. Self-amusement. Guys, have you heard my episode called Get a Strong Frame Fast or some shit in these 2 simple steps? Get a strong frame fast. All right? I talk about how self-amusement is a strong frame. It is, you guys. It fucking is. When you are self-amused, that right there is masculinity. It is masculinity. Okay, nothing is ever a big deal, right? Nothing gets to you. Everything is interpreted as amusing. It's funny and it's light. Always ask yourself, how can I make this fun for me? How can I make this fun for me? Okay? You are in your own world, you guys. You're in your own world and you love your life. Guys, I talk a lot about self-love in my book. Like, a lot. And there's a damn good reason, because you gotta love yourself before you bring women in the picture. Okay. Self-amusement, done. Remember, you guys, self-amusement is a strong frame. It fucking is a strong frame. All right. 4th one here is high status direction. Oh, snap. I'm totally giving you guys one of the biggest tips I talk about here in my book. 77 ways to develop a masculine mindset. What is high status direction? You know what you want, and you go after it with dominance, action, and aggression. Hear how this, guys, this is how it comes off in game, okay? In game, when you see her, you don't hesitate. You just go. You know that your brain will want to come up with excuses, but you stop caring about those excuses. And in a way, here's my way to think about it, my twisted psychotic mindset. Develop apathy for your own excuses. meaning you don't give a fuck about excuses. Okay? Now, that's the fourth one. High status direction. You know what you want and you go after it. Okay? Fifth one here, you guys. You speak your mind, your desires, your fears, your hopes, and dreams. Freely. Okay, this right here, you guys, I had to really comprehend this right here. I had to comprehend this myself. All right? Now, the reason I say that is because, guys, I'm going to be real with you. On default, I'm very guarded because I went through a lot in my life, a lot in my social life. Just basically fucking manipulative chicks, but I have to remind myself that not all women are manipulative. But the point, what I'm telling you here, is I want each and every one of you to remember that women are not out to get you, okay? I want to say that one more time, because a lot of you MGTOW people won't like this statement. Women don't owe you anything, you guys. You know, a lot of bitter men out there, they have a tendency to really have this victim blaming mindset that, oh, women owe me this or owe me that. Guys, women don't owe you shit. They don't. Okay? So, stop that bullshit right now. Okay? That's a totally different side tangent. But, again, back to the point. You speak your mind, your desires, your fears, hopes, and dreams freely. Okay, so now I'm going to actually go back to my very first book, Become the Alpha Woman Wants. You guys, really, I'm going to really only reference that book. I basically talk about these new attractive beliefs that you have to develop, okay? These attractive beliefs that you have to develop in place of these very bad, old, shitty beliefs that you probably were told since you were young. You should not speak your mind so openly. Basically, stay quiet when the adults are speaking. Do you get me? Guys, that right there stops self-expression. And the reason for bringing up Become the Alpha Woman Want is because I give you a very positive belief that I want you to have about this, okay? A very positive belief on what I want you to have about this. So, this is the belief, you guys. This is the belief. Alright? I'm a man with my own set of rules in my own life. I freely express who I am without seeking anyone's approval, and I can decide for myself what is right and what is wrong. Okay, I'll say that one more time. I'm a man with my own set of rules in my own life. I freely express who I am without seeking anyone's approval, and I can decide for myself what is right and what is wrong. Alright, you guys? So, how much more attractive is that than for you to believe, watch your manners because you don't want to be politically incorrect? Fuck that bullshit, you guys. I encourage you to be politically incorrect. Why? Because you're stepping into your masculine energy when you are willing to fight against social norms. Go listen to my episode called Why Breaking the Rules is Attractive with Elizabeth from the Wing Girl Method team. Alright, so that's done now. Okay, next one here. Wide range of tonalities. Alright? Wide range of tonalities. Basically, this is like presentation, you guys. So, this is when the masculine and the feminine can kind of merge together, you guys. When you are self-expressive, that's kind of like a tad effeminate. Just a tad. But I'm going to let you all know, you guys, that this right here is how to get really good with girls. So if you want to get better with girls, I suggest you really shut the hell up and listen to what I'm saying right here. Guys, women want you to be freely expressive. But obviously, you dial down when you realize that you're about to say something that you don't need to say and women don't want to hear it. Then that's where I'd say, all right, you don't have to say everything kind of thing. But that's the caveat to this entire method, right? Okay, so wide range of tonalities, you guys. I want to tell you all right now that if you listen to my episode, 10x Your Masculinity and Destroy the Nice Guy Syndrome, you can hear on that episode my crazy tonalities where I kind of go kind of batshit crazy. I say shit like, oh, she's an angel fallen from heaven. Shit like that. You get me, you guys? What I'm getting at here is understand that you have to not just talk so neutral. Like, oh, I'm going to talk just the way I want to talk, right? You want to go upward a little bit and kind of want to go down a little bit too, you guys. When you go up, that's seeking rapport. When you go down, that's breaking rapport, okay? Upward, you're kind of like putting someone above you, okay? But when you speak downward, with that downward intonation, you guys, that right there is a breaking rapport tonality. And that right there is masculinity, you guys. But again, as I said, this kind of blends into feminine and masculine. But you want to have both energies within you. But obviously, you guys, I would err on the side of more masculine energy. Okay? That's just me. Now, let's keep fucking going. So I just said the sixth one. Alright? I just said the sixth one. Wide range of tonalities. Alright? Now, what I want to say to all of you about this is this really applies when telling stories. Okay? This really applies when telling stories. You want to be animated in your tonalities. Alright? Be animated in your tonalities. Don't be monotone. You guys, this was my biggest sticking point for years. I was very monotone, and I'll fully admit to you on that. But I'm going to tell all of you this. When you're that monotone, you're fucking boring. And I had to swallow that myself. Look at myself in the mirror and say this, Adam, you're being fucking boring, all right? So I had to get real with myself. Say, Adam, fucking use your wide range of tonalities. I don't know where the fuck that came from. I don't fucking care, you guys. That's the thing. I don't fucking care. And that right there is masculine. Now, number 7. You have a powerful dark side, you guys. That's number 7. You have a powerful dark side. This right here, you guys, again, I'm going to tell you right now. Your dark side is an essential part of you. Do not fucking deny it. If you deny it's there, then honestly, I don't know what the fuck. Like, have you been listening to my podcast, you guys? I talk about this consistently. Just go listen to Why Men Must Have a Dark Side with Mike from The Courageous Man. You'll find it in my podcast library. Guys, look for that episode. I encourage you to really listen to that one. Really listen to that one. You have a powerful dark side that refuses to be tamed. All right? Now, that's number 7. Let's go to number 8 right now. You have powerful, purposeful body language. You speak loud. You raise your tonality with total congruence. You look at her in the eyes, and when you talk to her, you show that dominant body language. Make sense? Dominant body language. I really hope I make myself clear on that. I want you to have dominant body language, you guys. Women look at your body language more than what you think. You know, I have not put up enough podcasts on body language, but honestly, I don't want to because I think too many guys, they focus on their body language too much. And then when they focus on their body language too much, what happens? You're in your head again. You are in your head again. You start analyzing your own body and like the way you position yourself in front of everyone. It's not a good thing to focus on your fucking body language all the time. Okay? So, that's number 8. You have powerful, purposeful body language. And you raise your tonality with total fucking congruence. Alright, so that was the 8th one. Okay, 9th one, you guys, you are grounded physically and energetically. You are grounded physically and energetically. You are a fucking man, you guys. Your feet are grounded into the earth. Completely immovable, impenetrable. Alright? I want you to be that impenetrable rock that she just wants to vent when you have your Venus talks, you guys. When you have your Venus talks, this right here is when your frame has got to be on point. And that right there, you guys, again, is another way to trigger involuntary polarity. Listen to women, you guys, and don't try to solve her problems. That right there is a task I give from my book, Closer's Guide to Seduction. Okay? Guys, just practice this. The next time, if you're with a woman romantically, don't try to solve her problems. Okay? Don't try to solve her problems. All right? Now, last one, you guys. This, in my mind, is the most important out of all of them, and that is decisiveness. Okay? Decisiveness. You're deciding where to go. This goes hand in hand with high status direction. Hand in hand. Precisely with high status direction. All right? So, what's the point behind all this, you guys? You should know by now that decisiveness is basically the quality of an alpha male and a high-performing man. If you're not decisive, honestly, I suggest you get on board with being fucking decisive, because a masculine man, you guys, is decisive. All right? I want to say that one more fucking time. A masculine man is decisive. He takes action. He is courageous. He is honorable. I have not talked about that enough on my show. But, guys, a masculine man is fucking honorable. All right? So, again, guys, I want you to really take this into consideration. Really take this into consideration. Right? That you are now decisive. After listening to this podcast today, you are decisive, you guys. You are fucking decisive, because if you are not decisive, I'm telling you right now, that right there is a surefire way to get most women turned off very fucking fast. Because if a woman steps into the masculine role in the relationship, that is bad. That's bad. Guys, women don't want to do that. Okay, it's one thing to let her, that's the operative word though, letting her have the final decision. Okay? But you're leading, you guys, when you take action instantly. Okay, let's do what you want to do, but let's go right now. That's still leading. Does that make sense? That's still leading. Why is it leading, you guys? Because you are not fucking hesitating. You take action and you say, okay, you want to go fucking to the movies? Let's fucking go to the movies. But I will decide what movie we're going to see, kind of thing. I'm deciding that movie, right? Because that right there is, again, you being masculine. But you guys, I want to be clear about this. You can basically do reciprocity, right? One weekend she wants to see this movie, so you go see that movie. But the next weekend you go see the movie that you guys want to see together. Does that make sense? Okay, I really hope that makes sense to you guys. All right, you guys, that right there is the end of my podcast today. Remember, you guys, remember this. Just remember this. You've got to show masculinity in today's dating game. If you don't, honestly, I suggest you start listening to every single episode where I talk about basically improving masculinity, okay? I have a good one with Jeremy Newsom. I have another good one called How to Truly Get a Masculine Mindset. I like that one too. And you guys, that's it for me in this podcast. Understand, you guys, that this right here, this is really fucking effective. This is really fucking effective when you basically lead women to where they want to go. All right? So, I love you. I fucking love you. You are a legend. And I want you to get my book in the show notes. Peace out, you guys. I love you.